94.7 Asempa FM Sony Ekosiisen Jumedi no asuguswa utie no yebeda Ghana AIDS Commissioner say for their sponsorship of this amazing show. Must a test to know your HIV status and take steps to protect your health. Benyo Monkwa, your one-on-one interviews here, the Bremo, and the interviews here generally on Ekosiisen no NS Chemist so Ekayabua for no Ehomo de Malatu. Anti-Mary gripe water. I know say woba ne sin fifi or tai soon the fua share oma ne bi no mo eno ano no malatu ne so malaria what tested positive in kwande a wadro no we di aduan ni jejina wo bo unya heartburns ene sa anoma no indigestion unya number 10 liver salt so a eboa pa ni nyina ye NS Chemist na dia ba DBS roofing ope roofing sheet papa to a e ho na also do ani kire and they ope tissue safari tissues made in Ghana tissues papa bi unya bia ye wo paper towel paper napkins ni bibia safari tissue and an easy farmer so the cough from plus ewa edro and a liumatrona and so malaria edro omodi abadwa so a eboa papa and mama ye nyina ye nhane so ye toa dwumedi so ansana Yane, the two members of parliament ewo studio habesha ase din komo Honorable Andrew Ejapa Mesa and Honorable John Jinapobedi kan akasa no ma yenko Asen North tew emra na yenshas yenin komo Henry Nana Boache bebe na friend Nana B or ye national organizer edema NPP me yene no enin komo na fe yentwas Nana B akwa be Ekosiisen so ni
Obi
na apomu ye de
Kiriam Kwadaroma of the Nonso Ache.
Yadanyamiase pa. Na Asen North Boko.
Oh, Asen North Boko. Say medical no wakasa. Fenya metiasi Asen of the MPP. We have taken over. Yasum say three.
Maso Asen North seat ni mu say three.
Oh, 27th of this month. The MPP candidate, Wednesday, he will be the next MP for us enough.
NDC for statement, you know, when you be a kind, they make the point, say, I say, you are in cahoot with the EC, na Obia on Twaba Ewa Asen North. Mo pese mo ya mani din besha Asen North register munu timijina. Primaries we ni ade mo ka ho dan magisa story ne saying
Obi me dika ho statement no na me fi say fake na me ni say who NDC party kakaka omo national communications officer Osei lawyer etimi hu ye no be fan say enfun so na social media people be na church onyama until say e bi say ma na me tie say no kra because obi say o vidi na no kwasem ni ina so bi anim na en secretary o say if say ni ya chada na say ni ya dream I say a dream chada nkom Obi nearly kind transfer of CM Onipa Obi Osei constitution ma mindi kan article 94. Article 94 of our constitution says, subject to the provisions of this article, a person shall not be qualified to be a member of parliament unless A, he is a citizen of Ghana, has attained the age of 21 years, and a registered voter. The Constitution never said, say, also a registered voter in that particular constituency he intend to contest. We have not even made any application.
Okay, so meaning say based on more understanding of the constitutional provision now what kind of once a nipania registered voter say wa register will say ya pay kosogoa obetimi abe contest e wa Asen North and also do is that the argument?
Exactly, provided as a number B or saying he is a resident in the constituency for which candidate for election to Parliament or has resided for a period of not less than 5 years out of the 10 years immediately preceding the elections for which he stands, or he hails from the constituency. Eti nipa mmienu a omugina MPP ticket for ompese yeyi omunyame yadoma Wednesday no omo mmienu nyina no fi Asimbreku ewe within Asimbwa constituency, and they are all 21 years and above, and they are all registered voters, and they are all citizens of Ghana. Omunya obiene ho okuta dual citizenship. Omunya ya Ghana korojin. Omumi no ya veti omo ya pass omo. Omunya obiene ho no ya dual citizen. Omunya na no e Ghana pe. Mojafre bi anyum. So once the person is a registered voter, and is in any one want to say, Kolekrote, Tama Zanato, Ewini Naba, NDC for the Omo court. NDC argument to make you a court and say, and this is Zanato Kwano, or yet registered voter before and son will renew more primaries. Nemo, by the time I be nomination, no a registered voter. So the qualification is for the person to be a registered voter. And you know, this penchant of always trying to bastardize the Electoral Commission at every instance is worrying. And we as Yakosha Dam, we have not as a party made any application to the Electoral Commission for change of Obi, baby, or to back to any place. We have not yet had that. And then there's an Electoral Commission so this statement about. Yes, had that. We don't have a parliamentary candidate. We don't. So for in the statement now, Yatro we say MPP 4%, ye Obi voter, ni panana, or ye candidate, ye person. Your contestable. It's against false. We are here to conduct our parliamentary primaries.
Yeah, but minim say more primaries because more internal party elections no as governed by more party constitution. Rules are neck to govern that particular election. In your party constitution, is it written in there, say, a member applying for nomination as the party's parliamentary candidate for any constituency shall be a registered member and a voter in the constituency which he or she seeks to represent, provided that in appropriate cases, the National Executive Committee, in consultation with the regional and constituency executives, may dispense with the requirement. Is this written in your party constitution?
It is written. And you have answered the thing that your own internal mechanism, into power, that is what you have said. The last part now kind of say that in appropriate cases, National Executive Committee and consultation with regional can dispense with that provision.
And you then agree, say one of those candidates now, agena from a primaries, no. On your registered voter was in North, right?
Oh, and yet at the for a year, I understand any more MP. On not Udin Gui or Menjan of Minia, no Menjan of, but if you move, and on a member of parliament, then not for in our internal arrangement, and not for Akubaku.
Any meaning, say, NDC issues or more reason or a much ado about nothing.
I dream and then I say, not sure, say, and penny fortune is in Punyan. And I mean, not sure to say, National Chairman, Emma, Communications Officer, 2 minutes on tour. If you don't want to try, I mean, as I mean, because is he NDC, Sabi, a party is a power. I'm painful. Say, Ira, Janapoti, you see, now, you.
Oh,
Michano. Party Cassia, who would you, and that is a very respected man. I'm not sure, say, on being more mature, but in who your name, Mama. And Ushare the content of the letter now, and I say, pressure now. Yes, Senator, I say, your book constitution in Tia, and the panel to about. Now, I say a constitutional provision, say also the panel to about, and I ain't, say, your name electoral commission. Ye canana na ye didn't pan ever. So I find the statement very unfortunate. Also, you share Panya your first wabribiano. No, we have to criticize every institution. In fact, constructively, I agree. But as BBA you want me, I think say I don't good. I say Bia Maya, also a question once more.
Na guy na omubo ni din in that statement or no na wa register wa hinfa.
You see, also because here internal elections crowd, which was here. My restraining myself from maybe mentioning his name. Because I don't want it to be seen say national organizer Bonidin one record now new to the benefit. Because we want the elections to be free and fair. Oh, but Nipo Boni this is here, but think that Nam Grambuzo and this focus room. That is why I've restrained myself because I feel Yaba. But Obi meeting that country and say we have vetted both gentlemen. They are all solid guys. In Omobiano, Ebimini Abanadia Mae. Omina Hansu Obia 21 years and above. Obia Hansu Ghanaian. The Mubian one ma Okutadwa citizenship. And now Omina Hansu Obia a registered voter.
Okay.
For that we are certain, we are clear, and we have gone through Article 94 now. A lot of provisions. Also, sound criminal, we've done all our checks, and they are qualified.
Very well.
Now, this is not the first time. Why? Now we and now, blaming electoral commission. Say electoral commission, you first of born mono for you are the question. A money won't. And they are a year some resident when a party for me electoral cut had the command electoral commission saying you are question equita dual citizenship. Now, I'm sure electoral commission clear. If electoral commission are clear on the day. On the Wusum, some Betria, and he said, you can want some. The first born on electoral commission. Obi, say football match or MPP and this in a football match. The Kofa referee, Obi. Referee who I Obi, we say, NDC for sure they unqualified player who are better than woman. Obi, say, who referee who
Dabi.
You don't know. In fact, the baby who say, a young MPP, Yakushim say a player away or you're unqualified. In this case, you must say player a situation you're unqualified. And I can't afford to know. Sapa power there be on some factor. And now, a young management of the football body, no, I could say I'm on some factor. How then do you come to blame the referee? Say referee no now. Ma ball aben e ma ye share agona se ti referee na ball aben am ya sha agona se ya bo 90 minutes ya wie ne de e referee na nti asotwe bi abade a o se the referee ne ko how I find sir you shouldn't blame your incompetence on the electoral commission. And Obi the second point Obi okay say NDC MP Ojomo he dey call court say okuta Ivorian document and you also could Ghana document.
Yes.
Obi who's a secondary high court, a free mamma said that you want to be on what kind of NDC MPs because secondary high court could do many credibility?
Yes.
Obi sit down. Court now, official who say, Mamma Safata, John Cosmo in the Jumano. Young MPP, young Sabi young Cassentia court. Is it Dana? Cape Coast High Court there. Or no use Supreme Court and so at the Omani Yamasa to say, once you do more to come. Saturday to crazy, on Safata. A bra, or shy yet tread down a fool in our Sasa says, or yet done a new coaching. Sabrina. No, yet done a new coaching. And you know, on some patas on a body, and not the moody quarter them. And the moment MPP in Yakosha court, say court, and keep upon a secunia. Ah, Obi, now, some court now, your two are very ill, Boku Central. Your 2 years at the mood Dramani Secondary. Ah, Mahama Yara Dawafa, no, a farmer or deeper pay court.
Your names have facts in court non captures are fact.
Oh, there is no fan. No, I said court won't cast. I said you put it in our court. You are a law student to bus. Court to quiet and I say no for them, but no fan. No for where farmer. No for a day at the mood Dramani Secondary court. And Rakona ye Jinaswa. Ye day at the Mudramani Secondary. You train us here, Kunya. I see when you MPP and young Koto by election. Some man is a sign. And some Rakonano. And I get a question. And so you didn't know. And you know, wow. And Rakona, you Jinas were cut at the Mudramani Secondary. Oh no. What did throw under oath? Peggy. One cannot cry answer Ghana for. Any be Monson and Crater Monson one didn't need ye. Any other forgery to our born. At the most, I can't be a Codefiasi. When you know that the Mubium in the Metons Afrino. As Hamra Coronano. And a day, a regular question is not court. I may say, Sako Dino, yet the Bona, will face a maximum of 10 years imprisonment. It is obedience to say BBM. Obiano can be binching. Obi, yet the Mrani teacher crew. Say, a Kobia young farm branch a book.
Okay.
As a for Juma Brawama, we should feel now one piece in a woody.
I think your point is well made.
Obi to watch Mr. Millis to watch one. It is a no, and Brian did my father Juma. Then the NDC is waging a certain negative campaign, telling people, say, Papanaki or Safata, now MPP for the court, and now I said, Jomo NDC MP were free, Marco Jumoni, at the Mudaman Secondary, at them, and no dear, Cotody and the budget, and yes,
Etrium Harry and Abuache, Mamena say, na Bibiani Bessia Bidin Comobio. Why? Yeah, that's a pint. Mamin call Mamina Homanus Namene, lawyer Samijem Fiening Como, a national communications officer, Edema NDC. Same Aquabe Ekosiisen, so Bibia Bocodie.
When I media chair, Obi.
Yeah, Danya say. Who say what signed the statement about in reaction to Electoral Commission statement or Modeba out no by the EC focusing on the constitutional provisions 94 1 and 2 and the fact say one needs to be a registered voter kura opese otua ujina wasono you should be ordinarily resident there say what now be 5 years near there it doesn't say was we a registered voter I will cronym you don't think that makes sense?
Okay we know Tanzania Supreme Court judgment
sure sir asen north in common and yedi
okay and my starting here maybe can me fan chairman what you for that Electoral Commission in 24 said now more and the one casano and some more cano montiasi. NDC, any able to near Cadidiao. A easy mra and an incessant yet. Our one casa ye. If a friend of that election, Omodia said 27th of June, a few women, and a Susudia Yabekasa. What would you see me? Assembly a team for Yemfa
common sense and to home. Obi, Ghana Mara wo Ghana nyina na ya train the constitution. But I say this Ghana ya Mara ya di bu man ni nyina ya train the constitution.
Dabi.
Nti say we electoral commission. And now we New Patriotic Party. Now we will say Susudria and what say Ghana ni bi ati bi so. And son of wasa fata say obetuni gina masebe gani akonya no. Eye de wo constitution ni mu nko an na mra. Na wan kasa no. Nse wudi de wo ka. Ana de wo ka na wonti ase. 1992 constitution no no emra pon emra batan a ewo man Ghana. But 1992 constitution na nkasa so de to me ama emimayeko ene ankwankre bia omuso to be de semra samra no ye mra nketo eno so ye mra se samra no ene de wo mra poni mu mabura na che se samra keto no edimu a e wo se wudi so when you swa ascend to eno ti ayeno kwese 1992 constitution no ohwe article 94 na ama yesusudua e wo se nipa bi akini disu wo Ghana hansa na yato ne so aba asemra se de bani ese wo se wo ye Ghana ni a wo mfie aduonu ba ko ne akiri 21 years and above na wa atwi mu eda ho fine na wote baby ana se wo firi ho ana watena baby for at least 5 years out of the last 10 years yemina sa. But constitution ni ka say we no onim say yentimi nkyere emra e wo se ye de hwe about us wo Ghana nyina wo constitution ba ko enti omo twa constitution ko dru article 51 and omo de say won say Ghana abatwo aduma yiko electoral commission no yamadu tumi say constitution na kire no otumi ya mra sa mra no ene ye de hwe abatwo so wo Ghana enu ti ye wo CI no enti prempren emra hwe Ghana abatwo so enye constitution no nko a enye electoral commission act nko a ye wo public election regulations 2020 CI 127 made pursuant to article 51 obi se buda o now what samra na enye sanigesi na yeye enye DC na yeye electoral commission na yeye no ukọ regulation 6 a ye were requirements a obi a wo pese mu gira mra se de ga kwanya bia wo di so enfa wo sa wo ye Ghana ni a wadi nsia duonu ba ko ne akiri na wa adwe mu da ho na wo firi kuro di so wo betinya wo sa nyema ni nyina dia e kire se constitutional eligibility requirements no o satisfy but I won't follow the nomination requirements na what CI 127 ni mo a on to be contested ma se de ga kwenya ma ni yi where your common sense obi minimum to Western region. Who to mean that I wait more than 21 years? We are Ghana and you are doing them with who could MP. No. I was able to follow what CI 127 says about nomination. Dear Neka of faith. I was said, who person would you not say baby Quenya? You're nominating in a prescribed on a nomination form in a prescribed manner. As provided by the EC. If you know EC for the nomination from the Bible, what are we going to be? Not quite EC for what travel say failing nomination form, no. What failing is that? The one failing is that, and found one time fulfilling the requirements and Article 94 of the 1992 Constitution, only qualified. And requirements see any being. Open regulation 6.3 and say, wa wo pese wudina me to so aba ma ba ye mra se digani no e wo se wunya Ghana ni a oto aba e wo ba bia wudina no na o propose odi ho adanse so odi mo na wo se fata se wugina so na se bigani uru ya wunwe wo e wo se wo san so nya Ghana ni a oto na aba wo bebi a wo pese wugina no na o second wo so no so foa so wo se fata uru ya na wunwe wo e wo se wo pani pa dum wo twe a wo to aba wo bebi a pese wugina no.
Yeah, but I don't think these issues are the bone of contention in the argument now.
Yes,
argument about the eligibility criteria, send the panel register or constituency. That is what I want you to focus on.
Once you satisfy the requirements of Article 94, you are qualified. That is the MPP's argument, and that is the EC's argument. And I am telling you that that argument is illiterate, it is uninformed, and it is baseless because you can fulfill those requirements. But the nomination requirements in the public election regulation CI 127, no,
yeah, but your initial statement, no.
One picking nomination form, the other proposal, the other second, the other and also form amount, Homoya Nipa 20, Homoya was over registered voters in a sentence. Put to be confirmed by Legatanga voters, some men also, and then proposal second, never jump our sentence. And it is one Kazakoyo nomination form. Part 1, paragraph 2, nomination form, no. And our website, no more publishing, www.ec.gov.gt. Our publishing form on the 1st of June 2023. Yeah. And I must say, what person would you say not by election about 20 billion? Or more nominating, and was only or more about the same constituency. Or began a higher constituency, a constituency then. A constituency, I want to about. Me free. Me ma me free do ma kom. Me papa free. Kuma se ba wo. Se mi di na dia na mi di gade me tinya kire baby am free. O di ase. But me to ma ba e wo lejokuku e wo tesia. Enti ho na mi constituency ho na me ko to aba e yi ma se begani. Honorable Ayiku na ye member of parliament. Ho na me ko to aba yi no. It's a one in the constituency. It is an easy swap up for your nomination form. Now requirements are also paragraph 2. They say those nominating you must be of the same constituency as you are. As you are saying, much like to say, such as Opokuya or Prefer Obedina or MPP Dimu are sent off about to win. On to about send off. We didn't any send off about to win. We didn't what happens to it. Because I know they will say, Sakon Swahili and the Fatano, a sense not so, and Zen Fatano. 2020 by your tone over, and my friend of 4 to Abama will not do that sequence. 1 to be. Now the buy election about. If it then will be a vote to anyone. Now on to Abama, now electoral commission for say, or more moving nomination, no. I just want to say enough. Electoral commission for one cat of Mara say. Omo meeting no baby omo free no e one was on to free for which reason I was on to free as enough na ye ka all the fancy constitutional provisions say ye train the constitution which ye nyamra na Ghana ye mre na train the constitution in 2020 electoral commission for omo rejecting odike any papa question in your form said they are not qualified to contest no. Was this based on the constitution? Were they saying say those people were not Ghanaians 40 years and above and of a sound mind? No. They were saying, even though you fulfill the constitutional requirements, you are Ghanaian 40 years and above. No? There are nomination rules in the subsidiary legislation that you must satisfy. And your nomination forms did not satisfy it. That is why they disqualify them.
Sami Unim, I have a lot of questions for you on this argument. But unfortunately, Yemre no 2 honorable members have in the studio ha ache. John Jenapo 100 Japamesa waha. We would have to go to them. Enti mebusa this fine. Supreme Court judgment. I was say this another time. Unfortunately, I was say this another time. My final question. I will be here. I mean 1 minute. And I say.
They are asking me a question on the judgment.
No. Then we'll end. No. I'll come back. Nanabi and Kasa about the judgment or Kasa about assent of elections. Let's do that. Let's do that tomorrow, God willing. Why?
No problem.
Let's do that tomorrow.
What is your question?
My question was, sir, in all of this nomination criteria, we've not gotten there yet. The guy is now going for the internal primaries, and Sano Ababe contested. It drew the main primaries, or more submitted it into the ECR. And as one. Number 2, so they say, for you in the NDC, I would want to believe, say, based on the constitutional injunction, no, and among somebody said some of the rules that govern more primaries than I'm saying. Because I recall, say, in the case of Mansour and Memphis Central, the issue came up. So one of the candidates, no, na the didn't were Bantama, but the party gave a rule. Say once you are a registered party member, no, you can move into any constituency and go and contest, provided say ufris our constituency, and that was the rule that governed Momo internal primaries. No, why do you think it should be different when it comes to the EC?
Okay, the can. So I wasn't really issues in the bar. The American so I was a MPP for presented candidate to the EC. Not your information, sir. Omoye EC for a year is Sumasi Gedi. Say Ubia Omo as far as Nidi any ascend of for about 1 moment, but Nidi water points for him. Omo smuggle Nidi about the ascend of register. No more their dada ascend of for or 2 hours and no mayanka because I'm laying down so.
Okay.
We have no interest in whoever they select to represent them. Whoever they select, the question will beat him hands down, like he beat them with over 3,500 votes 2020 year. But yet now illegal voter transfer when the window for transfer is over. Number 2, the question about NDC, your primary yeah. Your man who finds that baby I will free be no NDC me a contest. NDC your man say National Executive Committee na yemra ehwe abato so. It is amra wo kan the National Executive Committee na nye and the team ma wo kwan sa. But Ghana ye to aba electoral commission na semra a ye de to aba no. And electoral commission akwa ni nomination form. And no say I just so free kuro so na wait gina. If the anya NDC ya ye ka yes, easy for nomination from the also no. So MPP for I want them can. Only easy for Nankoka. We are only sticking to what the EC has written black and white on their nomination form. Okay, and we are sticking to what is written black and white under Regulation 6.3.
Mamena said the will continue this conversation tomorrow. Why? Sure. Mate, Meda Sepa, Samijan Fear, National Communications Officer, Edema NDC, and Moten and Kano. Let me come back into the studio. In Penyufoyat Nasiache, John Jenapo, Hayape Kosogum Rashe Bejuni, Honorable Aquaba Net saying, Bibi Akuyi. As you share, conference boko.
Oh, me almost if I will be uncontested.
Yeah. So I heard.
Wow. Be at executives, polling stations.
No, honorable, be used.
Yeah,
then you may say, and you train council.
Thank you.
You train qua. I say, Adana, Sikana Huatonica, Canada, or they are concentrating on the main elections.
I want to know because I'm going to every polling station like I would have done.
Oh, okay.
I don't want them to think this a young contestant with
what to dream.
I'm visiting every single polling station.
The Honsu so papa.
I've been doing it for 2 months now.
How many polling stations?
I have about 180 polling stations.
180.
But it's the sparsely populated nature of the constituency. My constituency is national power. If I move from Kulonso to Yala, it's a free Kumasi.
One constituency.
Because of the way constituency in it, who drive here. So I share border with about 12 MPs.
And it's all free. I'm
telling you.
Compared to secular, it's like
but Tamale to Yala alone is over 100 kilometers.
Really?
Then Tamale to Bupe is another about 100 kilometers. Then I stand in Bupe and then do another one to
Yala.
This is over 200 kilometers. Let me put it that way.
Wow. Wow.
It's not that small.
Wow. On the second day, I don't want to.
Man, I'm going to
the challenge.
Yeah. But secondly, the farthest will be maybe an amasi to Nkontompo.
10 after the Embra Road.
After the Embra Road,
I have Jai fire service. You want to maybe son. Kukuma.
What's your voter population?
About 36,000.
Oh, then I'm more than double yours. I'm about 60 something thousand.
Oh, really?
For 70.
Yeah.
I think it's the most populous in the region. I think so.
Unfortunately for you, so no, the EC has indicated say there will not be the creation of new constituencies. The only one they would add is Guan.
I wish that they divide it, but objectively, I even think so. We should have a system where you can do some realignment of constituencies like others do. I mean, why do you need 275 MPs? I think this chamber can do with 200 MPs with very good research assistants.
Yeah.
And maybe I keep emphasizing the research component of parliament. No? If we can strengthen it a little bit.
And realignment, now I agree, because Obi to me the 6,000 votes by parliament. Now Obi also the 70,000 votes by parliament. I mean, it's just unfair. It's just unfair, and especially mobile resource allocation is almost the same. And it may be realignment would help. Now at constituencies, so because it be more the so soon. They say what they are okay. I mean clearly Takwan Swayim wage offending a Domekwa very huge. Very huge. Pristia Huni Valley.
Francis Kano constituency.
Kwabri East.
Kwabri.
Yeah. Very, very huge. Inti realignment no ebeboa. But let's see what
I'll be referring to them, and I want you to verify.
No problem. I'll do that.
I refer to them.
I'll do that. Ekosiisen ne higher sempa 94.7 FM. Inti Honorable Johnson Apo, ranking member on the Mines and Energy Committee, and Andre Japamesa, second MP and deputy. But I would want to start with this. Oh, sorry. Mpocho. AD. Miami MP. Second member of parliament. Andre Japamesa. The 50-year-old Andre Japamesa. Charlie, Yetrinkwa. Yetrinkwa.
Minchia waiting for now. Mobefi Archer. Minchia, my brother, John Apostle.
Yes.
Most of us started offered for the document. Only one statement bill, but
very, very necessary. And for listeners, Mutie Biana Unte, what has sparked our conversation with interviewer, World Bank Country Director for Ghana, Liberia, and Sierra Leone, a grantee to our very own George Weafe, or editor, our Joy Business. Now, amongst other things, no papano etache on Neoma World Bank in Shishimu say a contributor to Ghana, a kabubrua many omei. One of them, or can say a energy deals are under the SWAL NDC administration, no, and coming into this no, so say PPS are on minor are going into, of course. Or minor are going into.
Then I'll be dealing with him different.
Sure.
PPS.
Sure. PPS or minor go into. Yeah. But it's safe to say, most of those PPS were signed under the NDC.
Deal with that, yeah.
Very well. Enti my yentie in common ebe simami en sape in koma on George Weafe edi for more mwentie bi no. Take a listen. Okay, unfortunately, there seemed to be a challenge with Bank Commoner on George Rafidi and Mabone Tofane about PB. You would recall, sir, budget statement after budget statement, Finance Minister Eka say energy sector debt ade and ama Kanaba sike also mutria for take or pay contract ne ade ama yedi hu nkomo bebre ewa ha mene honorable John Jinapo Kasa, and he vehemently dispute sa claims, no issue document, you know, in times past to dispute sa claim, no, and World Bank country director so den no ababa betum enti. What does he make of it? Or will studio have my main fan and Shas here? JJ Aqua baby. We are back to the same conversation. This time the new twist, and it's the World Bank country director so they are not ababetum, and it seems blame Bibia on the kind of deals you sign as on mine. What do you think?
I mean that's first of all, democracy there obia timichira na dwena. My tape no over and over. Okay, say Omane Kano energy sector contributed.
Sure.
One, okay, say tariff no any reflective contributed. Meboa. Two, okay, say forex losses contributed. Okay, say state-owned entities in Omoka contributed. You can't be a controversy. So see PPAs nibi. He thinks they are expensive.
Yes.
One more business beer. One more PPA waiting. One more PPA waiting. Maybe a table of all the PPAs. Okay. And my mount Excel sheet be. I'll go through it. My 40 documents will be amount. In may be a piano. Okay. I'll refer you to it. The Okansan MPP for pro media houses, and it's to be expected. Muhammad is very bad. Muhammad say, Muhammad that. Now, say you work on before even World Bank country director interview. Many a Japan more arguments be brave. The first one has to do with capacity. Sure. On mine, yeah, capacity are you warning you're consuming. And the argument no, I shall say. Yeah, install capacity. Everyone says about 5,000. Peak demand about 3,400. About you know, they've consistently maintained say, sub plans no. It be over here. Yeah. In fact, MPP for argument crane say a financial problem. Na IPPs na the buy no. E here. Meboa. One of the IPPs AXA. Yeah. 370 megawatt plant. And the one argument is, do we have too much capacity or not? Second one, they say take or pay. MPP could issue statements almost take or pay. You are living witness. Until one, you have too much capacity. Two, don't even engage in take or pay. Yeah. It's a default here, also here, and fortunately, you have some very good knowledge when it comes to this energy sector. Nyamencha die 2022 June, and an AXA plant, you know, the contract expired. Sure. It is a new every June, October, an MPP signed new contract with AXA. The same 370 plant now, you say, and we here, now based on capacity, what does you know? They extended it from 5 years, I sign here, to 15 years. 15. So the first question they say, from June, no, they say the capacity issues, no, are solved now and solved here. Because government could elect, say, yes, I know. Government could have done that. Yes. But government signed a new deal with AXA 370 no, for 15 years. Embedded in that deal, no, a take or pay clauses. The new AXA deal. Minimum 40% there once they declare, and I have the contract document here. Mascane contracts making, and I forward same to you. So if there's a dispute, I go to the page, I go to the clause, quote what it says. I can reproduce even formula no aha. They are formulas. Ocean new deal now. Clause 5.1 gives you the formula for calculating the capital recovery referendum capacity charge. Into this statement say ye take or pay no. It's not true. At least this government has signed this agreement. It will take or pay. And Omar Sansa another new AXA contract, completely new one, 205 megawatts for 20 years. 20, and also it will take or pay agreements. A bank we buy near sign Sahara. Okay, in Sahara LNG.
Yes.
Omu terminate contract and say omu pay take or pay. Ama a copy arbitration my boka. This government has signed LNG with Tema for LNG, the same LNG Nibiu. 100% take or pay. I have the contract. I've scanned the whole 365-page document because they're bulking. I'm breaking into two. I've checked the formula. The pricing formula no is indexed to crude. And gas na landia. It will be the most expensive gas in Ghana. The most expensive gas in Ghana today. And all indication is from next year they're about to know. They will start because the contract is still persisting. Okay. Say, one, I'm proving to you, say, take or pay agreement no, is not unique. Even before President Mahama, Senate, Send Power, Asogli,
Asogli was take or pay. Was take or pay?
Take or pay. I've just sent it. Me too rare. No much racy. I've taken a screenshot of it. I'll just show it to you. Many IPPs. Anyway, this is what table comparative capacity charges of IPPs. Units. Tico. And look at the old plant. Yeah. Our capacity charge.
Tico or Boazi.
Yes. TT2PP. Our capacity charge. Asogli 1, our capacity charge. Asogli 2, our capacity charge. Senate, our capacity charge. Send Power, our capacity charge. Car Power, our capacity charge. AXA, our capacity charge. Ameri, our capacity charge. And Ameri, we've put an asterisk there. Because Ameri, there, we bought the plant. Year 2 years. And you say, year 20 after 5 years now. I bet than your property. And the capacity charges are normal and regular. This government, under their administration now, they are engaged in agreeing with capacity charges. You see, we are economics, you just don't look at the figure. And now we are financial analysts, you also look at the duration and the tenor. And make us a memo 10,000 a year for 10 years.
Yes.
And yet 10 million. Monsieur Mateso, maybe about 5,000, maybe to 10,000. But 5,000 will be 30 years. 5,000 will look cheaper, but the duration is for 30 years. So you just don't say so. Oh yeah, maybe at 3 cents. Maybe 2 cents. Intermediate cheaper. No. Factor in the time.
The time, no.
Because the longer the duration, the lesser the cost. Because you are securing and locking in the plant for the remaining period. The capacity charges in there. Median what so-called excess capacity and near Kano. And the union will say, despite the MPP say excess capacity, no. So we match install capacity with your current peak demand. You still have a margin of about 2,000 megawatts. Into your install capacity in and your argument. And that was the argument they kept making. And the criminal Japan Joy. He was referring to 2012, 2013. Okutu installed capacity against peak. And I opened the document and showed him the analysis from Energy Commission. Fortunately, I have Energy Commission reports in from 2010 to date. All the data. Mr. 2010, 2006, or 2008, President Kufuor time, when we went into load shedding, we had a margin of about 1,000 megawatts. We were installed against the peak demand. The question is that what has changed? I need you're signing extra 500 megawatts. It's a critical question that all of us as Ghanaians must ask. So
if we had excess, had enough.
Yeah, if you have excess based on this install capacity of 2,000 megawatts difference, why are you signing on new plants with take or pay clauses embedded in them? Now, there's a cost. So which of them is the most expensive? They should tell us, but I'll do the analysis for you. They should tell us, say, this very plant is too expensive. That very plant is too expensive. I've shared a lot of information with you. And today I want to deal with the issues. My sending information, your friend, I see when the power comes. Report.
Okay.
Oko page 55 Hoko. You will see so many power plants in Africa. So many power plants in Africa.
Yeah.
From page 55.
Sure.
Compare them. Ghana, ours are among the lowest. So the World Bank country director can only be wrong when he says that
ours are
the
expensive.
highest. I'm comparing ourselves with our peers.
Yeah,
within Ghana.
Kenya, Senegal.
Two, what are WhatsApp messages? Oh, why is my WhatsApp? I have to must send you another one. Comparative tariff analysis.
Yeah.
Done by African Development Bank. And I must screenshot the page of interest to me. And that page is page, I can share with you. Page 63.
Page 63, yes. Average EUT.
Yeah. End user
tariff, sure.
Ghana, the anyhow.
Ghana will be. Ghana will be.
Ghana, number 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, Ghana, yeah. Until Benin, Burkina Faso, Cape Verde, Cote d'Ivoire, the Gambia, and Ghana.
Bar chart, no.
Okay. Yeah, bar chart, no. Sure.
There's Nigeria,
Guinea, Burkina Faso, and Ghana, yes.
Mali, Cote d'Ivoire, tariffs are cheaper.
Yeah.
I've been sent to the bulk generation tariff. So what is his basis? I have made a it's not about what. Let me deal with the issues. Even when you take America, I've sent you another document from PricewaterhouseCoopers. Oh yeah, America analysis. You don't look at only the first 5 years. You levelize.
More value for money review.
The value for money review by PricewaterhouseCoopers.
Yeah.
And you then realize that America is even the cheapest. But finally, on the issue of cost, maybe I'll extract this document for you. And then I kept reading and oh, I need this document from Kenoforiata. Mr. Wow.
Have you sent it to me?
I think so, but I'll just extract it if I haven't sent it. Let me go AXA. AXA. Good. But your document, look at the title. Memorandum to Parliament by Minister for Finance. Date 19th June 2018.
Yeah.
Listen to what Kenoforiata says. Let me read it. We note that the capacity charge for the AXA plant, which is made up of the capital recovery cost and the fixed O&M charge in table 1, compares favorably. This is his operative word. This is not John Mama. This is not Setepe. And this is not John Jinapo. This is Ken Oforiata. Compares favorably with those of existing and ongoing power plants under construction as per table 2.
And he was speaking here about Ameri.
AXA.
About AXA.
I've dealt with Ameri. I've proven to you that
AXA.
Ameri is not expensive. Should I forward it to you? Oh, you can look at it. Just go when the signature. Go to the first page. You get the. So where from this argument? So our plans are not the most expensive.
And you would want to believe, sir, because the World Bank County Director spoke on the basis, spoke on the basis, based on internal analysis or more. You would want to believe, sir, all these documents, they would have all these documents.
That is why, as World Bank County Director, he just don't go there and sit and talk the way he spoke. You see, I don't want to deal with that personality. You speak with facts. You speak based on concrete evidence and information. You don't go and engage in this petty talk. He's above that, for God's sake. Sure.
But maybe you are not also privy to the
I've
kind of
given
data.
you all the information based on the finance minister, PURC, based on ADB. Is that not enough? Let them also give us something. None office and a secretariat to provide the information like I'm doing. Then we are engaging in a constructive analysis of the issues. That is it. Look, then nominate Japan discussing about. Okay, let me go to this document. Mama on Excel sheet.
Yeah.
Honorable, I beg you, can I get? I want to. Yes, I want to refer to something. Yes, me I'm the man.
Yeah, one of the man.
Okay, I said, Japan, but now I said, Dr. Bamiako can 17 billion.
Payments to
bring the information.
Yeah.
Because analysis, the facts speak for themselves. That's for opinion. A Japan can say it's expensive. I'll say it's not expensive. A Japan can say it's a material way. Because a moon is the data that will speak. This document, I'm in the way. If the finance minister went free, he appeared before finance committee. Fortunately, I'm a member of the finance committee.
Yes.
And I'm saying, look, Honorable Kakwati, we would demand the full details on the energy sector payments. Mpacho, what is the title? The main
payments to IPPs,
one.
Fuel suppliers,
two.
And other energy SOEs in the state-owned enterprises. 2016 to 2022.
3 bills now. IPPs,
fuel suppliers,
and other related payments.
Yes.
And cast the excess capacity.
Dabi.
So when you take this document and quote copiously from this document and say, we paid because of either take or pay or excess capacity, you are misleading Ghanaians. You are misleading Ghanaians because Osha, and you're very clear, and I keep everything in my cloud.
Yes.
So in your way, I've retyped everything in Excel. I'll share that with you. We have fuel on fuel, 2.29 billion.
Yeah.
I'm quoting dollars.
Yeah.
My main fuel
fuel suppliers, 2.912. Yeah.
In dollars.
Yeah.
To almost 3 billion. For fuel. Fuel is a pass-through.
Pass-through cost, yes.
If the plants are idle,
you don't buy fuel.
You don't buy fuel.
Yes.
Let's even assume just for the sake of argument. I forwarded to you, I'll send it to you again. 2022 Energy Commission Energy Statistics. And let me open it. Because and I want to quote the source document. In 2014 alone, we imported $600 million worth of light crude oil.
2014.
$600 million in today purchasing power parity.
Yeah.
600. So let's even assume, say, 10 in all these gas fields. You are paying this amount. Now, divided into annual a year. Are you not making savings? Because you don't do just accounting. You do an economic analysis and look at the opportunity cost. What's in the gas now? There are some clauses that are open in Utria. If the gas was not there, better light crude oil. Are you better off with it or not? Now, Sankofa gas here, you can want some World Bank, this same World Bank, and the endorse projects now. They did not just endorse it, they provided a guarantee of $700 million
for Sankofa.
For Sankofa, yeah, you see. And then they bokan. These same guys, these World Bank guys. And I open the document for you. You see,
and they endorsed it at that price.
At that price of $8 billion. Because that's the cost of the project. And it's the cost of the project. And then you determine the capital recovery.
Sure.
Because then you're amortizing it over the useful life of the
plant. You know.
And I think I have to restart my. I'll quote their exact words in respect of Sankofa.
While you restart, one of the things I want you to do, Namakwe Japaho Eye. Yenim say our country was hit with a crisis, power crisis, 2014, 2015, 2016. During that period, President Mahama promised in Parliament say he would fix the challenge. And I'm so mamu enter into IPPs. Before signing on to the first IPP contract, what was our installed capacity at the time? Na a dependable capacity is saying, na available capacity is saying, na a peak demand is saying, and how much did you add?
Yes, so you then follow
over that.
So what you do is I go and read the 2013 Energy Commission document. I have it here, maybe. Because they are the tanker advisors.
Yes.
And they told us we should provision for 12% increment compounding.
Sure.
When you do that, and you look at today's current installed capacity, but you know,
in the 12% increment compounding at the time, not just I was saying, are they in excess of 3,000 megawatts to installed capacity at the time?
I'll check that for you. I'll just open it for you. Maybe I'm coming. Maybe a document, and I'll do the computation for you. I'll just put the figure down and say 12% compounded for from 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, maybe 23, 10 years.
10 years.
Do a compound rate of that figure over 10 years.
But maybe asking because some
and there's a formula.
Yeah, some have argued say in the midst of the energy crisis, no, as na aban ho apiprint, you know, they signed onto a number of IPPs. Yes, though futuristic, no, omo de ka ebeto o mine so. And that's why I want to know, say the IPPs you signed onto, no, was it commensurate with the peak load demand at the time?
Absolutely, because they didn't all come in one day. So you can't just say there you just went and lifted 2,000 and dumped it. They were staggered. They were staggered. Unfortunately, we have the out 10th year with you. So we are no more talking of futuristic. We've had 2016, and this document is from 2016
to 2022.
So we know the bills. And if you look at the bill in Pacho Fabro, bills in you try almost say blaming mama no. Bui power,
yeah, bui power.
Bui power, who could bui power, President Mama. Senate, who could senator, President Mama.
Senate was under Kufo.
GPGC, who could President Mama. Tico, who could Tico, President Mama. Letasco, who could Letasco, under President Mama. Stratcon Energy, $122 million.
Stratcon, yeah, recent.
Yeah. And so if you go and put all this together and come and tell me, say, President Mama now
IPP signed
now also World Bank Director, they when read the way Mr. Question. No one got tenacity. Now to Papa so I disagree. But you know, I have a roadmap. And say Japabe Temia, we've had 2016, 17, 18 up to date. Take all the IPPs. Take them one after the other. Look at their charges and tell me their available
capacity.
No, their availability.
Okay.
Because they declare availability.
Okay.
What was actually produced. If they give us that data, we can then take, for instance, car power and say car power was available, say 80%. Then the Oma generative, I'm talking of power sold. Oma ton.
Yes.
And this Oma tona ECG and tria. Now Minister of Finance could tria. Don't come and tell me say excess capacity. Then you are not getting the solution. The solution is from ECG losses are increasing today from 23% to 30%. And I'll share ECG's document with you. They are loose.
Both technical and commercial.
ATTC.
Combined. Okay.
ATTC.
Okay.
You get the point. So extract those ones out. Yeah, turn it there. Fatunche. AB and one, Muntimenji.
Yeah.
And two, they are under recoveries in terms of pricing. And our forex losses. You separate that. You don't put that on President Mahama. Then you account for the reserve margin. Mebwa. We said that's about 18% or whatever. Niakano, give us the actual figure. So that we then say, look, maybe there was some quantum number of capacity be a year, this amount. Then we can discuss that. But if all you do is say, now they are better what? I can't accept that.
Okay, and I get the way you say you disagree vehemently. Say, under you didn't sign the most PPAs under the tenure of one government. It
doesn't matter. If you need it, you sign. If you need it, even if you need 2,000 and you sign, that is it.
Must sign how many PPAs?
Oh, I can check it for you.
Check that data for me. Honorable Japamesa,
ECG one numbers.
Sure,
so let me pull it out for you.
Honorable Japamesa, it's show. Now, maminte also from government perspective, do you think the World Bank country director Asama Wakano has vindicated one long-held position?
Oh,
JJ.
Question.
I say, Obi, and this another question in Puya.
And Kona Nebeka.
And Kamabaka Chor there. Kasatun Snewa. Oh, better. Asam Katakata. Country director of IMF Kakenyi. World Bank.
Yeah.
Okakenyi. And a JJ, what copy statistics upon statistics from 1910. I was set up at this quotidian. Or they but justifying this statement for studio. Oh.
Yeah, but the data makes sense.
Oh, okay. Or making reference to
yes.
Energy Commission. 2013 Energy Supply and Demand Outlook for Ghana. Final.
Yes.
April 2013. Kasama ewa. Material World Bank document biya. The so-called deficit. Oh, yeah.
Which one?
This one.
Oh, I'm opening the document. What boy? I'm opening it so that I'm being.
You are opening. Okay.
Yeah,
I know you have it.
I'm opening it so that
Obi, the so-called deficit. Nina. What mean situating in context though? Osande say installed capacity and a peak demand. Obi say available.
I'm not cutting
or demand. Oh,
no, I'm just. Oh, won't tell them. I say, "Oh, TBBA." Me so no about page in so that I can.
Now, also what me
with you. I beg you. I'm sorry. I beg you.
Say, oh, you're irrelevant. Can't find your data analysis. If you installed capacity, of course, in the you can install capacity the American. Even though America since 2021 contract no what transfer in Ghana one said that you need doom so but it's available yeah or there yes on that able to me also Senate you can install capacity you can count
sure.
However Senate you turn energy be and fuel hardly do they ever produce but you check out we have a take or pay obligation to pay them the capacity. So we pay.
Once, as long as the plant remains here, no? Whether they give you something or not,
okay. Easy one document, no? Executive summary, no?
Yeah. And easy here, Energy Commission.
Energy Commission.
I'm following my page saying, then I'll move there.
Page, the recommendation.
Yes, so I'll move with you.
On page 5.
Yes,
V.
thank you. Page 5.
Yes. Obiteo. To ameliorate the overall power supply shortage prevailing in the country. V. Roman 5. Emanating out of inadequate fuel supply for power generation. To ameliorate the overall power supply shortage prevailing in the country, emanating out of inadequate fuel supply for power generation, investments in alternative gas supply in the light of increasing crude oil prices should highly be encouraged. It is therefore commendable for the Ministry of Energy to charge the Energy Commission to coordinate all potential liquefied natural gas investment initiatives taking place in the country.
And this is a 2013
Thank you very much. What has this got to do with generation? Oh,
I'm just noting it. We're not to be bad.
So, Obi.
Yes.
It is not true that there was shortage of generation. Onunsi, the solution was to contract more power. It's not true. In fact, Finance Minister Setekpe said it categorically there on several media platforms. In fact, President Mahama Krano made the point there. Dumso, right, was an external problem. And the externality of it, was as a result of damaged gas export infrastructure from Nigeria to Ghana. Okay. did that have to do with generation? Pipeline of Nigeria or Bagani or the gas, which is fuel, not the bar. And see, say if say a new fuel then to from power plants now, how can you then say that you lack sufficient generation or warrant signing more power purchase agreements? How? And see, say them World Bank document Ghana power generation capacity and peak demand. It is clear. That document that between 2015 and 2020, all the power your contract here, Mr. Muhammad Naban, was a KN generation mix. Technically, now we explain. We didn't consume even one kilowatt of it until 2020. But we had to pay for it.
How so?
Yeah, Maka technically may explain. Also, there, for example, car power. What's say? Why there was car power? Because in there will take or pay obligation for Sankofa gas, such that say in use gas now, you'll be paying for the gas and also paying for
capacity charges.
Thank you very much. Instead of necessity, you needed to turn on car power. So to get the real effect of what yen situation, you have to do a net of power plants are order attending on to consume your gas that you have on the take or pay for which you are paying, and the power plants that can consume gas and turn off others that you can safely turn off without incurring additional costs. Until they introduce a mechanism, the merit order dispatch, to manage it, to reduce the cost. And see, the data confirms what we have said all along. Look, JJ, me na ko platform pido, and I tell him that look, based on Energy Commission one projection be no manifesto promise they may increase generation to 5,000 megawatts. And see, regardless of the cost, you felt that it was in Ghana's national security interest to add on capacity.
But in Energy Commission one advice be. They are the technical advice.
Okay. Use that as basis. I don't have a, but I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Because 2013 document you're making reference to, Energy Commission is saying that the shortage in electricity generation is because of fuel.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, now Mama can your genesis. I mean,
don't worry, I'll read because you're going to completely wrong.
Oh,
you finish. I'll read the relevant.
All of a sudden, apart from NDC, World Bank country director on sector nasi. A Japan from the energy ministry. Oh, he requires learning.
Oh,
no, not you. You can't say that. Obi, weekendy.
All of us
comment me muko tweety. Numa ruba. But the fact of the matter is that between 2015 and 2020, you signed the power purchase agreements P. And Obi, I'm corner. You signed it Senate
2015 to 2020.
In fact, from 2012
to 2020.
Yes.
Okay.
To 2015.
Okay.
Most 2016.
Okay.
Most of which were completed and commissioned between 2017 when the new government came. Because Nana Dodan Kwakufu Adona Banebe, one of the actions so taken was to stop power plants one starting. And then in operational ones now unoperational ones, including the ones in renewable energy space, on about 12,000 megawatts.
Really?
Man, I'm a catcher. And I'll get the information for you. ECG contractor was signing.
And Ninjinara ECG were the off takers.
Of course.
For all of them.
Man, I'm a catcher. No financial analysis, not one was done to determine whether ECG was in a position to pay or not, was ever done. None. And none at us.
And who was supposed to do the financial, the ministry or the ECG? And together as a team.
Of course. What's the off taker? Some of the contracts were signed by the ministry.
Sure.
And then
what
give it to ECG to implement. Not one financial analysis. Not one. In any of the PPAs that were signed was this done. Now, Senate was signing PPA no 31st May 2013. Ameri 10th February 2015. Sloan Asogli 2 10th June 2014. Car Power Ship 5th June 2014. AXA 12th May 2015. And solar plants be so. Okay, BXC noni Minergy na no kaka. All this came at a cost. Damn 17 billion. Vice President can make you comment in the economic lecture be of me.
Yes.
Or identify 3 items as basis for some 53 or so billion.
Yeah. Payment to IPPs, fuel supplies.
Remember, 1 second. What do you wait in ye? JJ Batna, the document be or is slightly updated. I haven't seen it.
Media. Well, this before Parliament.
Oh no problem at all. But I have summary of payments to IPPs into bracket for power and capacity and fuel supplies 2017 to 2021.
Okay.
You see?
And what's the total figure?
17 billion 312 million 936,000 958.71. Out of which in 2017 excess capacity payments that were made in 2017 was $101 million. No, Mrebo. No, but it's Abutar. No, Chotro. 2017, yes, 101.
Okay.
2018, 1.271670655.22. 2019.
But the amount.
I'm talking dollar.
Yeah, billion dollars.
1 billion.
Right? Okay.
Was a week, 101 million. 2017. Maybe.
Yes.
Then
2018.
Yes.
168,300.
Okay.
2018.
Yes. 2088. Excess generation capacity.
Okay.
168.
168.
2019.
361,300.
361 million.
Yes. 2020. 309,900.
309.
900.
2020.
No, Churchill.
I'm writing levels of analysis.
No problem at all.
Maybe I may be so will be.
Okay. And so far, Yabo Bonnie capacity charges,
so,
right?
In your capacity, only excess capacity.
Okay.
Oh, the bottom of here, no problem at all. Okay. And see, figures are now, including the ones that were issued through bonds and direct payments, and also for fuel supply. And you see, let me finish. Fuel supply includes gas that is paid to ENI, and only LCO that was bought from Car Power, Letasco, no, Stratcon, and only GMPC. So HFOBia aban ma
Yes.
Why? Because, like he said, fuel is passed through in our children. Government of Ghana under the PPS signed in is responsible for providing fuel to these generators.
Both past and present PPS.
Oh, my ben who under 20 previous ones no.
Okay.
I'll prove to you says never. We have the documents here.
AXA, we give them fuel.
Okay.
Car Power, we give them fuel.
We didn't give them fuel under our administration.
For Car Power?
Car Power. On a mobile, and you establish the company and vary the agreement and give it to your company. And I'll give you the document.
Oh, provide it. Provide it. TMF Trustees Limited, ENI Vitor, are the company that we pay the gas to. Okay?
Okay.
So, these figures are verifiable. And see, if say, World Bank country director, okay, then look, Ghana an economic crisis faces multiplicity of issues. One of which is the debt in the energy sector arising out of expensive PPAs that were signed in the past. Some of which didn't make sense. The figures don't add up as far as they are concerned. Are we not facing an economic crisis? Has government not said time without number that energy sector payments all the year in 2017, 18, 19 and a banking sector expenditure aban odo inke? These were significant items that has contributed to an economic woes. Of course, COVID had another impact. Russia-Ukraine so obaka ekaka no happen pasro. The everything COVID, everything Russia and Ukraine. Na jamin chadi. Yankopona ompe enyumorin. Omen nansa country director of the World Bank what to nenumetru. There look. Ghana ha and several other African countries were impacted by COVID and Russia and Ukraine. But impact of Russia and Ukraine on your COVID on Ghanaian economy couldn't have been the same as Ivory Coast. It couldn't have been the same as Togo. Why? Because Togo did not have a government that had to deal with these matters. Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso, and African countries are what's the COVID Ghana penosia and the BBR COVID. They did not have these underlying conditions. And these are the issues that have compounded yet economic problem. Onam duma aban wako IMF. OKG relief. So that we can work our way back to the growth polar. Establishing a year growth from 2017. The man some kakrebe.
Yes.
Na waki JJ from a doctoral defense.
The documents are there.
Ghana. Mama hand data upon data.
But he raises the point, one, about the issue of capacity charges and proves with document there. Even subsequent IPPs are ones who have signed or capacity charge component. Also about AXA, the AXA new one I was signing. The and LNG the
of course he
the
was
AXA too.
He was quick to add the Ghanaian take delivery of LNG
gas.
Remember it was quick to add.
Sure.
The intake delivery of LNGBR. We haven't paid for LNGBR. Of course, GMPC was signing LNG contract to complement the domestic gas flows on the West African gas pipeline. Purely because say them gas sources in backup BR now say Ghana gas or coffee. We had to go and buy LCO for some $51-52 million, 450 metric tons, right? And see say any gas backup BR now at every point in time BR no gas is cheaper than liquid fuel. And so GMPC with the endorsement of government put in that arrangement to ensure that it are complemented, also to drive our industrialization agenda. HFO, Nanonga Kamu, RFO from the system.
From the mix.
Now, yeah, industrial enclave all terminating now will depend on gas for purposes of cheaper fuel, cleaner fuel, and all that. And this was a good policy. Okay. AXA contract no on the bar ain't about here. Because what I know, Nede, AXA one contract will expire. No quite excess capacity from 2017 or 2015 when we started adding on to date on your static figure. Also, the end demand or grow. Until at every point in time, your excess capacity shrinks. So you get to the point where you would, of necessity, have to increase your generation. That doesn't take away the fact that the period within which you are talking about, you've incurred costs that you have to pay for.
But if at every point or they increase capacity, they also took the decision based on technical advice to do that.
Okay. So in 2010,
yes,
installed capacity is about 2,200.
Okay.
2011, the end generation capacity was in the region of about 1,400.
Okay.
Peak was in the region of 1,400.
Okay.
2011, same installed capacity.
Peak was around the same
grew
figure.
A little bit. Slightly.
Okay.
2012, same capacity, grew by a little bit. 2013, when we came, it moved to about 2,800. Right? Peak demand grew by a little bit. Kev, you see a consistent growth.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But if you have excess capacity, which is, say, for purpose of argument, 1,000 today, and your demand is growing by 200 on a year-by-year basis, if this year you have 1,000 excess, next year you have 800 excess.
Sure.
The following year you have 600 excess.
Yeah.
The following year you have 400. Then you will have the problem that
of
would
load
require.
shedding.
Thank you very much. So I'm saying that excess capacity has not been fixed over the period. It is shrinking.
Okay.
That doesn't mean the cost now in 2016 is not real.
Okay.
Or 2017 cost is not real. 18 cost is not real. 19 cost is not real. It is possible, and in fact, that's the case, that year on year, what excess capacity payments or reduce, but it is still cost that you've incurred as a state. On America trend there, you can argue, and Ghanaians may take a decision whether our argument was in the best interest of Ghana or not. That look, you took a decision based on Energy Commission advice there because of demand forecasting, increase the capacity compound 12%, and so that's what took you to that level. And if we've had to pay for it, the alternative would have been different. Let's have the argument. I don't have a problem.
Finally,
but the fact of the matter is that that cost is what the IMF country director made reference to say there, government of Ghana, and in this case the Akufo-Addo administration, had to pay the miscane now, and that is part of the problem
of the issues in the CCR. Finally, the issue of the cost of power was signed onto, and the fact that a comparative analysis of what pertains in Africa, the IAN, was not that expensive.
Confirmed by Kenoforeta.
Oh, Kenoforeta message statement he was speaking relative to AXA and other power plants that you had signed.
Hey.
Yes, check. This was check.
I'm giving you the table.
Oh, check the thing. Check the document. Or call to Parliament or KESIG tax waiver for the AXA plant. That is the memo that you showed me.
Yep.
And if you look in the table, or your comparison of the tariffs that were applicable to previous power plants that have been signed, including Asogli. Look at the data that you yourself hold.
Did I sign Asogli?
No.
Asogli was.
You signed Asogli too. You signed Asogli too. You signed Asogli too. No, I don't have a problem.
Asogli
you signed
Asogli too.
Yeah. And so these are the tariffs.
Okay. Comparative.
Ghana.
Okay, Ghana then. Okay.
And the AXA is less than 10.
From where to 10?
From 13.
13. Let me do the analysis for you. Make sure TOC.
Now,
not AXA 13.
Oh, remember.
And that's about 10. Who they
remember. And they pay argument, and I found it very strange. Also, was I now AXA for 5 years? Yet your plant navy. plant in the I didn't know the power plants. You signed a contract here to in 5 years with that. I didn't know.
Ameri is there.
Oh, you don't know. But of course, Ameri was a build, own, operate, and transfer. And
also when names are remember.
Ameri is one of them.
Ameri, it was transferred. You were going to own it.
Sure.
AXA was not. So you can't compare apples with oranges. AXA, you were only getting them to provide you with power for a fixed period of time, decommission and take the equipment away. But you argue that you paid for the entirety of the plant in 5 years.
You didn't even get me.
Oh, so explain yourself.
Okay, so that's not the issues.
How then
the issues with
how then you argued this morning? Unless of course you want to read.
Fortunately, I'm here.
Yes,
yeah, you're here.
But of course I have one more opportunity. Let me respond. And so ECG took the position that look, AXA plant is still in a good condition. Analysis are Energy Commission why between 2017 2027 going, we may need to increase our generation capacity. We have to add more, of course, within the plan, such that you will not incur the kind of cost that we incurred between 2015 and 2020. And can we negotiate with AXA that let's sign a new PPA that gives us the new conditions? No take or pay, no government guarantees, no PCOAs, we buy energy, no capacity, but to give you assurance, obviously because the demand itself is growing, we are giving you a 40% guarantee offtake.
Guaranteed offtake.
Yes.
From
per year.
Yeah, per year.
Okay, so that would mean there.
No, 40% guaranteed.
Offtake.
Dispatch.
Dispatch, in fact. Capital recovery.
Oh. And now there's a capital recovery.
But that is why I'm against what you've done.
But it's a facility yours.
Wouldn't we explain it?
Okay. So we are buying energy. We are not buying capacity. We are not getting any PCOAs, no government guarantees, and it's on a take and pay, not take or pay.
So I said when they give you the 40%, no, you pay.
So that's what I'm saying that. That's what I'm saying that.
Please.
You got to power, and they have to 10%. You have to 10%.
Yes.
Or you have to 15%.
You
have to 15%. But within the year, they are short there. You have to at
40%.
least 40%.
Whether we need the 40 or
no. Remember. So what does it mean to say that I'm going to assure you a 40% dispatch? I already told you that because of excess capacity, they introduced something that they call the merit order dispatch that Gridco uses to manage the power together with ECG and the generators. Okay? And so within that framework, and obviously because the demand is also growing, that 40% no.
Oh yeah, then you do here.
Absolutely.
Okay. First of all, yes.
Don't try to wiggle your way around. The contract starts from October 2022.
That's the new AXA.
That is the new one. I was saying demand, and it's specific. It's a capital recovery. Capital recovery are capacity charges. Please don't come and confuse anybody here. Read the document, and the document has established a formula. They calculate it. Once he declares availability, what guarantee no? For
40%.
For the 40%, is that no capacity charge? What are you talking about? Once your casa am available, any day ubetria. Now Japan says that what is so from 13 to 10. And listen to what I said. I said it's a plant in a buy. You can't capacity charger any capital recovery, which means what could Jiska or bank and other plants in ABC Ghana. Energy projects have 4 main components. They are capital intensive, they have a long duration period, a long gestation period, and more importantly, market restricted. So one to no financial entity will give a developer money unless there's some level of guaranteed payment.
Yes.
And the document I shared with you, all the African countries, you can check it from page 55, all of them provide some level of guarantee. But you decided that you even say as for take or pay the win. Now you've come to do it, guaranteed 40%, and you are trying to wiggle your way around, say capacity will increase, capacity. Your argument has been that there's so much capacity, and we don't need AXA. What was that not the argument? I'm saying Mama shouldn't have brought the AXA plant because over your install capacity, any peak demander, you don't need it. I expire who sign, and I just told you, say me 13 cents, and he confirmed it for 5 years. Now we guarantee you for 15 years. Now we 10. You come and sit on this program and say you've done well. When I took the 13 for just 5 years in emergency, you are taking it at 10 for 15 years.
Obi,
check it. The net present value of 13.
Let's not change the subject matter.
I'm coming there. Document.
Yes.
This is his document. So I'm going to use his document. Osei Vice President is 17 billion, no? Because of take or pay agreements at NDC signing. Oh, Osei that is it. Osei they've paid 17 billion because of take or pay agreements that the NDC government entered into.
Yes, take or pay na the capacity charges, but when the fuel supplies.
So let's go to the fuel supplies. Oh, the Yanko fuel supplies.
Okay.
Last one, 5.0. Check it 5.0.
5.0 Goil/Go Energy. That should be fuel.
Yes. It has nothing to do with electricity plants. Goil. It has nothing to do with power plants. What to fuel free goil ho? When now by a difference now. You have a whole vice president. Ebe Jina say Mahama need take or pay until they would this amount.
Now Go Energy fuel no almost all the year then.
Almost the security for police, military, and those other installations. He's here. Ask him. Plant ben a goil come on light crude oil and our gas. And you go and box this together, vice president, and come and tell us, that's why no one to from Manu. That's why they couldn't bring it. Unfortunately, this one credit, you know, the extra sheet no print here bar. I cannot vouch, but I'm saying that even on the face of it, the vice president was dishonest. Make us all the man. Let me give you a copy. What do you call?
Then keep a copy there.
Mr. May them share with you.
I was sending to you.
You see the level of dishonesty. Masa, Ejapa, let's go back to the same document. Ejapa say, man, reading it the end. Who are already executive
finance minister and as energy commission?
No, energy commission. I'm dealing with figures.
Okay.
And not just general statement. Who never knew say fuel was a problem? You say, why did we do Sankofa? And then in a day, take or pay about. He's just saying it here. And you are the same person saying the energy commission say we should work on gas supplies. It's one component. Please read. You see, you can't just read one section and run away with it. Read the document in its entirety so that you have a grasp of the whole document. If fuel was not a problem, why did we do Ghana gas? Because like you are saying,
we need a cheaper.
Yes, light crude oil was too expensive. And I just proved to you, say, we're buying light crude oil at $600 million. So don't come and sit here and tell me, say, what's the Sankofa? Now you take or pay until you blame Mahama. What kind of WAP analysis is that? You yourself say in 2013, the Energy Commission say, develop gas fields. Anamebwa, you developing we are. What's it adding? Who will give you 8 billion? And says 8 billion, no matter. And you see, we're talking of a World Bank country director. If he knew that Sankofa was expensive, why did he provide funding for $700 million? This same World Bank here, the Sankofa gas I will quote you into this 17 billion. No, the World Bank provided that amount. You get what I'm saying? Now, I'll quote something from the World Bank for you, which will tell you, said, look, this man, you can't take him serious at all. Make us an outcome there.
The new World Bank country director.
No, you can't take him
for a long time.
Okay.
It's not new. Don't worry. No, he's going.
Oh,
he's about going. He's done. Contesting election.
He's not new.
No,
he's been around for a while. Okay.
Sankofa has been key This is what? World Bank
report.
Document, not my document. Sankofa gas in Ghana has been key to providing energy to Ghana with the capacity to produce 1,000 megawatts. Since Sankofa came online, Ghana's annual oil imports have dropped by 12 million barrels. This is the IMF. Wow, I can say. Oh, there's a portion because can say price is the best. Taking into account the net revenue generated by this, both GMPC, the cost of Ghana gas is expected to be 6.6 MMBTU, equivalent to oil price of $38 per barrel. I am World Bank and they say Sankofa. I say a cost capacity payment. Look at it. That is $6.6. And that if we didn't do it, we will buy oil at $38. And yet you have this man. I mean, this man must be serious. This is the World Bank.
But that's not fair.
No, I can't take him serious. I'm being frank with you. If you encourage us, you finance a project, and on your website, you tell us, say, we are making a net savings of $32 per barrel times 12 million. How much is that?
But is the barrel the same as MMBTU?
No, it's the oil equivalent. You see, you levelize. It's saying that it's expected to be 6.6 per MMBTU.
Yes.
Equivalent to an oil price of 38. So they've levelized.
Yeah.
So when you strike the difference, the net is your savings.
32, yeah.
32 times 12 million. You see,
No, but you can't do that analysis.
Oh, he says the 12 million. I didn't quote the 12 million. He says that we are not importing 12 million barrels. Okay. And we're not adding the 38. Yeah. I'm using
based on more report.
Now, I never. You see, maybe I can energy commission. I don't dispute that the Minister of Finance has made some payments. I'm not disputing that. I'm not at all. But when you pigeonhole it and try to blame Mahama for those payments, I disagree. Because even in 2016, we were making payments. This is Kenneth Forata's document to the Finance Ministry. We will always make payments in the energy sector. Because as a stand, you and I know, say in our tariff structure, the reserve margins are not factored.
Sure.
Government has to pay for it.
Excess capacity is not factored.
Government has to pay. You need a certain level. And AXA, yeah, wako signing. If you don't take that AXA, you pay. And if you take AXA, there's an opportunity cost, which means you cannot take another one. But if you have not extended AXA, you take that one. So please, stop this fixation of Mahama.
JJ, nobody is fixated on Mahama.
But when the vice president goes to blame President Mahama and says because of President Mahama, what you are 17 billion. And I just I've just proven to you that the money is honest.
I'm proving a proof.
Why are you here?
Oh, I just say we are
supply fuel. You can't blame President Mahama for Goyle's fuel.
But that is not also to say, some of the deals signed under President Mahama at the cost of it.
Precisely, it will bring cost. Even so
what's your problem?
And then we'll ask what sign will bring cost.
How is that not bring cost?
40% ever customer. Ever customer.
From 92.
No, because
from 92.
Even from 100. Yes, you are doing from 100. Won't you bring cost? And now let me quote the document for you. Because you just mentioned all 1.1, 101 million, 168 million, 371, 340. Does this translate to 1 billion annually? Is that not what they told us? Did they not tell all of us that they pay $1 billion per annum because of President Mahama?
You see, on Obi,
on take or pay clauses and capacity charges.
Obi,
how do you even expect say power plant not supply power? What we will say when to make Mahama? If you are succeeded in negotiating AXA for free, then you have the authority. I don't want to use certain words to come and pontificate. But when you are not in emergency, you've gone to sign take or pay agreements. You have no basis. Or say LNG and YMI. So why go and sign it? Why go and sign 100% take or pay with LNG? And YMI into one sign contract, no? Won't it come? The last one document I'm saying read because you see me documents there me find Niagara.
Finally na minye wemra.
Ejapa Mr. Otie. Page 4. This is the main document, not summary. The corresponding
which
maximum
document
peak,
is this? The Energy
2013
Commission
I was trying to
report.
open the 2014, but I'll try.
Okay.
The corresponding maximum peak would have been 2556 megawatts, which translates into 2500 to 3100 megawatts. However, this is not attainable till we can't even meet our peak demand. Considering the limited installed grid power generation. Is this not clear? Or say peak demand no about 2,500. But you depend on because installed no fuel installed is not even enough before you even come to talk about fuel. I beg you.
And it was
don't go and
read to deal with the two.
Yes, don't go and read just one portion, which is a component of fuel. And I had the opportunity to say energy challenge is not a trade. Finance. And finance will always be an issue.
JJ, now document read paragraph 9. 1.3 start. Forecast for 2013. In a read, then pick a middle.
But I've just read it.
You haven't read
it.
No, what do you mean? Read the entirety of 13.1 to the midpoint that you picked from.
What is that? Hope I read it.
Okay, so
because I'm saying there are two: fuel and the installed.
And the installed.
If you disagree, prove it.
And you have to
say you had enough installed. It was only fuel. I'm saying you needed to fix fuel. That is why we did the Sankofa project. We needed to fix the installed generation capacity.
That's why you signed.
That's why we brought this one. We needed to fix the revenue side. That's why we brought ESLA, which has given you 24 billion.
Ekosiisen higher Senpai FM. Mate Honorable John Jinaponka, Mate Honorable Japamesa Enka. Moma yentie we emra yeba will conclude on this debate. They are to us, so stay with us. Bank 94.7 Asempa FM so ne Ekosiisen dwumadi no wasoguso a wutie no ma ye na munyina ase se matwen yen me yakwaba. It's been a very interesting conversation thus far. The Honorable John Jinapo Ewaha Oye, Member of Parliament for the people of Yape Kosogo, Oye, ranking member on the Mines and Energy Committee in Ghana's Parliament, former Deputy Energy Minister. Sanso ena the Honorable Andrew Ejapa Mesa Esquire, or a Member of Parliament, Secondary Constituency, and a Deputy Energy Minister. In the pension for anyone edi enkomo ikofa by a interviewer, World Bank Country Director for Ghana, Liberia, and Sierra Leone, a grantee to Yenia George Wiafe. Na umeki some claims be in that interview and hon komo in the so far up until now. Mate the position of the two honorable gentlemen in studio ha intime emphasize that ba konsoma aquadot natural mineral water omona ene nsuo a ye be no me wa hanyi no mu provide ye nsuo emayen aquadot natural mineral water o se wo be nom anum bio into ma boa yen papa ye da wona se a ensa aquadot and obenum nsuya bomone nema wonsa enkabi aquadot natural mineral water omuye brutal men Canada ma mintie Honorable Andrew Ejapa Mesa na afi yentwaso yebekɔ no ansa na yebekɔ na jeje akasawie inti Honorable mpocho yentewe
jeje document your kankan ya makada wan kan ni na wie Munia Kakrabo, last week,
since you do fifth floor, you
made the fifth floor. JJ's on tree.
No,
and see Mutu, the Yapin no Butu, Munia Kakrabo for Namadubaman. Document here, McKinney, executive summary, as I'm a man can document in the whole in its entirety. And see, I'm looking to skew the data for my own purposes. Oh, JJ.
By inference.
I'm paraphrasing. Precisely.
Apart from gas.
Merba. Forecast for 2013 year can does not support your claim that Energy Commission data na SSO capacity bobro or the account P or the bank.
It may be honorable be ready for, so no can say kind for, it may be kind for na ni.
Was there say paragraph 1.3.
Sure.
All your analysis of GDP projection, growth in 2012, projection 2013, and if say GDP no oko that may project now between 26 and 2020, we project the total electricity generation required for the country in 2013 will be as follows. Normal vehicle operating with more than 2 port lines
and 5 port lines,
and only vehicle operating more than 4 to 5 port lines. Now, so the corresponding maximum peak, including suppressed demand, would have been between 1987 and 2556 megawatts, which translates into about 2,500 to 310 dependable capacity required. However, this is not attainable considering the limited installed grid power generation capacity in the country and also lack of significant potential electricity import. See table 5. The technically dependable capacity and the optimum grid power generation available in 2013 is estimated at 2 blah blah. The corresponding maximum peak would be between 1.8. The relatively wide range is due to the high uncertainties in the availability of gas supply. Still goes back to the same gas supply, which is fuel.
Where from this?
Where from what?
Me say there is a fuel component and
there is
installed
capacity.
The statement says
JJ.
But he agrees with the honorable. Or Kade or there what fixed two.
And see, there is no inconsistency with this portion of the document and the executive summary. I'm making reference to her.
No, there is.
There is.
Executive summary not touch on gas, fuel.
Executive summary. No, I'm actually going to the page so that I would.
rough road.
Rough road. Yeah, and now me book smooth road. Ewa. The conclusion and the recommendation that is contained in the executive summary is clear that for that shortfall during the period under review, it wasn't because we didn't have sufficient enough generation, but that there was a fuel deficiency, which the finance minister at the time actually confirmed in various publications.
Look at what the says here. It says that the optimum grid power generation available in 2013 is estimated at 16,121 gigawatt hours. But what the vehicle account now oko peaker, 24,770 gigawatt hours.
Now, Valco only a 5.6.
Yes,
Valco 1.2.
Wait, but why don't you plan for the highest?
Valco 1.2 require 19.
Yes.
So I'm saying
even with 1.2 it's not enough.
Okay. You made a certain suggestion. Let me perhaps show the executive summary recommendation. And on ye place a making reference to doesn't derogate from the fact that yen shortage in electricity and now doomso encounter for the most part wasn't because we lacked generation, but of course the installed generation at the time, okay, it's clear, it's there. There was sufficient generation. That is not to say. Wait,
at the time, but now, of course, on cater for forecast.
Oh, Obi, data nini, right? We had almost 3,000 by 2015 installed.
You are not talking 2015.
Oh, please. 2013, I know.
But we have installed
because
2013,
remember,
2013 was
this document that you are making reference to. It's a 2013 document.
Sure.
So we can only have the wait. We can only have the analysis, but the 2013 installed was the same as 14 and 15.
How?
Look at the data.
When did we come?
Oh, we came in 13.
So what are you talking about?
So 13, 14, 15 was the same.
Into 20,
Look at the data.
2013, 2014, 2015.
Yes.
Or the same.
The same.
Oh, yeah.
But let me just open the document.
I have a document that demonstrates that as an American or consistent. And so I'm saying that Finance Minister said Tepe told Ghana for the fuel shortages are here encounter and electricity shortages are here encounter in Ghana was because of a damaged pipeline in Togo.
One of the challenges.
Oh, one.
Don't misquote him. And we've agreed that you can't depend on Nigeria to put up Sankofa gas field. I've made that abundantly clear.
You see, Sankofa debate, we can have it. I'm not saying it wasn't useful.
What's in stock capacity now?
It's there.
Close to 3,000.
This is the thing. Great power generation capacity available 2013. Table total 2,480. Where did you get these your figures from? This is the document. This is it. Please. This is it.
Obi,
this is the document.
Obi, 2,000 saying
2,480.
Obi.
Installed.
Obi.
Enini.
Document.
No, but this is it. Great power. Hey, Ayaba. Great power generation capacity available for 2013. Hydropower plants. Akosomo, Pong, Bui, Tapco, Tico, Sinona. Total 2,480. Where's your 3,000 coming from?
And you have 3,000 per almost.
Give me the page. This is the Energy Commission document. That's the official document I've opened. Page 5, table 5. Also give me yours. This is incontrovertible fact.
Document on the source in
here.
Bottom right.
World Bank Group, Energy and extractives. Energy and extractives. Where the World Bank?
The only authority in Ghana
on technical issues.
Energy Commission. So where are you going?
But where the World Bank Group?
No, I'm saying this is the publication in 2013 by the Energy Commission.
Very well.
Simple.
But at least they take away. I need to find order call. Did they NDC for Wajatu? There was signed a power purchase agreement between 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. A cow.
No, it's not true. That is false.
Are you not the one who sat here?
I'm saying that if you decide, say, the reserve margin should not be factored in the tariff computation like we were doing. That's a that is your cup of tea.
Or your one decision.
And yeah, NDC.
Or your one
NDC.
Or your
one false assessment.
One decision now factor in reserve margin.
You did that.
When
you immediately assume office, you wrote to PURC. President Akufo-Addo 2018.
Our copy of the
announced what tariff.
Our copy of the letter. Through what means?
President announced it. We're all here.
It was the.
That's your own cup of tea.
Taxes and levies.
What taxes and levies?
Yes.
I'm telling you, sir, under NDC when I was living.
My brother, Jay.
Reserve margins were part of the tariff structure.
The public lighting levy,
Thank you very much.
Scheme levy,
component
of ESLA, no.
Thank you. Those were the ones that were reviewed.
Not just that.
And we review.
I know it came to the.
I know about Parliament.
To budget.
Sure, in the budget. Sure.
That not that. I'm saying, say, and if you increase your losses from 23 to 30%, which is undisputable.
You move from
which I'm giving you figures. That's a wukotria, and you come and say NDC for
problem now.
Then you are lost.
Okay.
You are lost.
Problem.
Please don't say that. And then why you
didn't quarrel. And thankfully, I mean, at every point in time, I'm catch there. Yeah, debate, another discussion already. You are not my target.
But you
remember. Obi. It is undeniable. And you sat here and said that power purchase agreements be signed not the cowba. President Kufuor power purchase agreement
the cowbay was
at the cowbay.
So
so let me make my point that you have admitted.
Give me.
Jay.
I won't say anything again.
Yes.
We na me figures.
Let me
mark them.
the power purchase agreements are President Mahama Nabre do signing or the Ekau or Zabra and Man Ghana. What justification you there? And at the projection be the state of Ghana one technical advisor or provide and a analysis na what plan onam doma dam power purchase agreement pinning na many but the truth IMF country director, World Bank country director, wa confirm the economic problem was here as a country. One key component,
I'll just go through
energy sector payments that were made arising out of power purchase agreements are about us signing. And see, say one may dim common one may in fact any na yan fankaho. So that Ghana fo we no kwara owom. What justification be ano is up to you and the good people of this country to determine whether, in spite of all the data that was available to you, it was prudent, it was wise on your part as a government to contract power up to in excess of 5,000, most of which were on take or pay basis. Are some capacity in Grano is about 60% car power. Economy ado aban wa bobosa ode tue bi ibida wan oho e chene na chi ya GMPC state oil company wo mo sign the guarantees for car power plant ni na do no asam oreba ida e bobo ho banchi na atro no kwa no ho me nka amagana fo we hu what it is that the issues are. Now collectively, ya baban nature dom na ya resolve. I always say the opposition they yes a petuma aba, but utum na peno on there assembliano enim no kono kra enka. So I'm the papa there finally this issue has been settled. May na ye hu there e kaw no da ho na aban orutua no. In yet, His Excellency Narada Drakwakufu Ado na ban nepe the also de Gugana for Wando. Decisions, actions, and inactions of some government, including the government of Mr. Mahama, contributed significantly to this energy sector debt for which we are paying.
JJ, finally.
Yes, I never said say no magiatum obi ukura kura we ukura near me de pen and mark the first one day
Senate
Mahama
no
2 day
GPGC
Mahama 3 day
Bui Power Authority
Mahama 4 day
Tico
Mahama. And I'm asking check it. Mention the names. Fuel supplies.
Just mention TMF, Letasco, GNPC, GEMCorp, Stratcon Energy, Goil and Go Energy.
And you come and
WAGL.
Sit here, and the Japan say me see all this. My jet to my Mahama. What kind of WAP analysis is this?
I think the point he was making is okay, as long as governments sign up to IPPs, incidental to it na your cost. But once I was signed the kabeba.
Say what sign here. Na say ECG ton otua enya banka. Almost 3 billion of fuel here wokai. This is fuel that has been used to generate power. But for your political interference, any your reckless inefficiency, those payments would have been made.
By who?
By ECG.
True, which means
because the losses have increased from 23 to 30%. That's one. Two, the prices are indexed in dollar. Because of your incompetence, the dollar to cedi has ballooned so much that ECG 100% in power. They can't pay. It is due to your mismanagement of the economy.
ECG 100%.
Mrs. Otimin power
Now,
wait, please. When you were talking, I gave you the. You are misrepresenting facts.
You people sit here. You sit here.
So can you imagine?
And say that you passed ESLA that has given you 24 billion.
Over 20
ESLA, oh yeah, ECG for Oscar.
No.
So what was the purpose of ESLA?
Okay, Monye,
you tell somebody incompetent.
You cried there. I'm even surprised you are talking of ESLA. You promised the people of Ghana, so on assumption of office, you will cancel that ESLA levy. You sit here, you even have the courage to talk about ESLA. When we brought ESLA, Mundi ye campaign against
then you take the post.
Maybe say when you're over 20 billion, I will say ESLA ECG for
to deal with what?
To deal with legacy payments, to deal with shortfalls. Go and read ESLA very well.
Shortfalls of
yes,
what?
There are 4 components of ESLA, of power generation.
Jesus Christ. So you admit that ECG cannot collect 100%?
Then why did we bring PDS? If we didn't admit, would you have written the PDS? You came and messed it up.
So why did you pass a law? Why did you pass a law for which you made provision for payment of shortfalls?
Because PURC, when they pass the tariff, ECG is unable to do 100% collection. It is a delay be to work. ECG to Niakano, Namundi Ide, Modia Swano. Mobile more increasing from 23 to 30%. Would the ESLA be enough? Instead of you to address these issues, what better than say Jinapua Giatum? Under you, the losses has increased from 23 to more than 30%. You are not interested in addressing that one. You are fixated on Mahama, APPA.
Nobody is fixated on Mahama.
Address this shortfalls first. You know the cost involved in that. Let me tell you, Japan. Listen, let me give you this information. It's 4 billion annually in ECG's own document. 4 billion. And you are here talking about Sankofa gas. But you're not even interested in the cause of the problem.
You see?
And he says, what could you Sankofa gas? 3 billion. Intino, Mahama na Amu Aboka. Obi. How can you say this? No, how can you in any fair conversation, Obi?
Yes,
how can you say?
But the payment of 3 billion, Sankofa Diana. Incidental on agreement I must sign with Sankofa.
Yes, but why? Yeah, Uber to 600 million every year.
Jesus,
because
Uber amount to also with Sankofa.
Yes, you can choose Sankofa to take a paint menye. Maminto me crude oil. You prefer Sankofa take or pay?
As a take or pay, you can elect not to do it.
Me say you see.
Also say one to a contract ne do.
Yeah, let's
one contract now.
The take or pay.
Alternative.
So how was government going to say that on pre-contract?
Then you are saying it.
Who has said it?
I'm saying that you say that why did we do
you
that?
signed the contract.
And I'm saying if we didn't
the state
sign
of
that
Ghana,
contract,
regardless of the government, is bound.
You are lost.
Trouble.
If we had not signed that contract,
the alternative would have been to purchase
buy
crude oil.
And you, when you came to office, you haven't shown that you can sign contracts without take or pay. You don't have that record. So what is your basis? Even with who work as an install capacity, 3,000. Let's even assume say 3,000, and the peak is 2,500, and you're 500. You say with 500 gap, no, we shouldn't have brought thermal plants. You with a gap of 2,000, you are still signing new thermal plants. You what you with a gap in store capacity and peak demand today of 2,000 megawatts. You are still signing 500 megawatts at a go.
Obi.
And you are here telling us that
3,600.
That time 3,000 into 2,500.
3,600 from
can you imagine the analogy?
From Ahin
3,600 from 5,000. That's the peak that was achieved in March.
Even 3,600 against 5,400.
About 5,400.
What is the current install capacity?
Okay, current install capacity you're saying that should be around 5,000.
It's a 5,100.
Yes, against 3,600. What's the
so
gap?
You have 1,500.
That's 2,000.
When I had 500, based on the data shows that we figures in Obi. But let's even assume that we figures in 3,000 against 2,500. What was the gap? In 500. You say no, Mahama had no business signing anyway because we had come.
Nobody said. Nobody is saying that.
Who say
nobody has said that. No.
We make a point.
Remember. Now
you're changing your narrative.
Change my mouth.
John,
I haven't said, and I be anchored there. Former President Mahama Nkoido degeneration be is the quantum.
Okay.
What was the EC plan that requires you to do?
I've just read it to you.
12%.
Say 12% compounding.
Compounded
what should be now?
1 year. For what period?
Did we sign for 1 year?
Compounded. Remember.
Okay. I think the compounding was for what period?
For what period? 10 years,
10 years,
20 years,
10 years. Let me just calculate it for you. I'll do the calculation for
you.
The
report no recommended 10 years.
The 10 years no in the year one add 120% generation.
Who added 120? No, who did that?
But no,
I think he's asking questions for us.
No, we have our tents, so don't make those conjecture again. We have our tents. Say if your installed was 3,000
every year from 2015, how much was added on? It's here.
But we know it now.
Yes.
So what is your problem?
The data shows that you were paying for power that you didn't consume. It's a matter of fact.
Data where? I'm saying that it is false. You just brought a document here to substantiate your allegation based on vice president, and I've just proved to you that document. No, the vice president was being dishonest.
You picked only one item.
No, when you take out the Go Energy one, I said
but one thing discredits the whole thing.
Even that,
that is what you do.
Obi,
just one penny discredit.
There's absolutely no basis in that assertion, but it's fine. You see,
so now can credit. I'm charging for change. I say, Niger Papa, what do you figure about? Says a gap of 500. A year generation. That's what you're saying. Or say a fuel. Mama had no business. Now I tell you, say with a gap of 1,500, you are signing yours. Oh, man, cast one sign it. Now send me sign in. Show us how he should have signed it. Give us. He should have signed 800. He should have signed 200. Tell us. You haven't done that. You are here telling us, say dear, it's no more an issue of fuel. And indeed, you needed a capacity.
No, but because you signed, because you signed, what was the base? What was the basis for the signing?
The basis is a 10% compounding.
No, 12%. You said.
Even 10.
Okay.
We should be more than where we are now. And I can just calculate it for you. You just use a future value of 3,000, compound it over 10%, and you'll be way. So we even have to scale back. And
the Energy Commission recommended Monyano over 10 years.
What's the recommendation?
I've just read the document to you.
You haven't read any document.
That 2013 report.
Not just that. Even the 2040, all of us knew, say, Ghana's power were increasing it by 10%. Maybe you have been in this sector.
Yes.
Was that not it?
And so
what is your issue?
Add 5,000 megawatts.
Have we added 5,000 megawatts in every year?
No, someone add 5,000 in every year.
You are signing 500 a year.
Obi. My catch show there. Beyond these operational ones.
In the years,
operational.
They signed
this man
excess of
12,000 megawatts. Operational. Those ones now no operational. But at least there was.
Why we even signed this is that the ACG signed, they couldn't get financial close. If those
you signed
signed, who signed? Some of them have even predates NDC. Go and check the data. Some were signed under President Kufuor. If they couldn't achieve financial close and you are in doom, so what do? You wait till they achieve financial close. I'll bring Ameri. I'll bring AXA. President Mahama deserves commendation. And now we'll see Ameri when you're Juma. Instead of you to power Ameri, your interest is to go and sign a new 205 megawatt plant. That is your interest. You don't even want to bring back Ameri. Your interest is to go and sign Ameri and free. No capacity charge. Go your interest is not on Ameri. Your interest is to go and do 40% capacity charge with a new AXA deal.
Obi, there is no capacity charge.
What kind of double standard is that?
In AXA.
I have just read it to you. I've
shown you the formula.
I've given you the formula for
document
calculating
till now. It's document
hey, Master, me too mira. No my is here. This is the AXA agreement. Let me open it for you and read 5.1 for you. Me read it.
Read it.
Say it. Please don't come and bring us your maybe JDM. I mean you more. Master, me some get Obi. This is the maybe you answer agreement. No me read the relevant portion. Amount. Say me reading enya no kra on etiano.
Read it.
On can me say enya no kra. Just a moment. You know everything is in cloud, so I need to extract it.
Sure.
Don't restart the phone this year.
Ekosiisen high FM 94.7 FM. While honorable, let me remind you, sir.
I've opened the document.
Okay, you have.
This is the AXA agreement, power purchase agreement between ECG and AXA, 3rd October 2022. You go to the definitions. This is it. Capital recovery shall mean the amount calculated in accordance with clause 5.1 of the PPA. Then you go to clause 5.1. So what you say? Are you
read it. What's the problem? Read it.
This is 5.1. Capital ratio factor. Monthly fixed O&M charge. You can't fixed O&M. It's fixed. Obe charge you. Guaranteed capacity, monthly tolling, monthly HFO, available capacity for the applicable month. This is the formula, right? Anytime you see sigma, it means addition. N A or top, H up to 1, available capacity times 100. Then you calculate it. Once they declare that available capacity, say now listen to the capital recovery properly. Page 20. Obi, madam, maybe I give you the evidence. Capital recovery charge 1.86 cents US cents per kilowatt hour for the first 120 months of the new PPA. And you are sitting here saying that there's no capital recovery.
120 months.
120 months should be.
Then it follows subsequently 1.166 for the following 60 months of the new PPA. Monthly fixed charge 1.7. In case the plant is dispatched, 1. This. In case the plant is not dispatched, that means not dispatched, 0.7 cents. If the plant is not dispatched, why do you pay 0.7 cents? Please go and read these things. And that's only me by your argument over nothing. You are telling the man you've gone to sign an agreement, say even when the plant is not dispatched, you will pay 0.7 cents per kilowatt hour. And he say there's no take or pay clause in it. What kind of argument is
AXA,
please.
Big P, JJ.
What in Jaya Zara Tio? Mom say it's not that easy. And you never tell sir. JJ.
No, final. I'm sorry.
Actually, your press conference on this.
On which one?
On this. Oh, you can.
Okay, then I'll be happy. I'll be happy.
I save all these things, so
okay.
Without the person was Superman paper. Madam Asiwai.
Metro. Very well.
I'll forward it to you. Let me forward it to you.
Because this morning,
I demanded it as a ranking on the
managing director. He was clear.
No, but he was clear on the key terms.
That no, because
was this signed under him, under the new
MD? The ministry,
2022. Okay.
The ministry has issued a policy directive on new
capacity charges
going forward.
Okay.
No government guarantee, no PCOA, no capacity, energy only. And my understanding was that this new agreement was signed under those terms. And that to assure them that whatever investment that they make, they will still make a return. They are guaranteeing them a dispatch
of 40%,
which obviously, because the demand is growing, necessarily
we will definitely need.
They will need the 40%.
There was an energy committee meeting, ECG, where they were there. I went through this thing with them, and even put the formula there.
Now, bathing or hobby, you know, bathing.
Yeah, bathing is very, very good.
Yeah, very good.
Bathing is very good.
Yeah. I think, this is also a GM regulatory affairs.
As for power plants or energy projects, whether you like it or not, some level of guarantee ought to be there. Yes, nobody will give you that money. especially for Ghana. The
rest and
document I may share with it's not peculiar to Ghana. I've given so many countries, they would definitely. But we have just agreed that Tico and all those things that even predates President Mahama, no? They have a level of capacity. And that's you won't come to financial close.
Yeah.
So agreements be Brauka ECG sign. You know why they didn't get financial close? Because there's no guarantee. And no bank, no financial institution. And I didn't discover amount say 300 million. For plant
why but guarantee the off-taker is not enough.
The off-taker then they say magic.
Sure, magic. But that is not enough guarantee.
But that is the guarantee. You have to then show us how magic.
No, but you can do the off-taker without capacity and capital recovery.
Then that's not an off-taker then. You are just saying, say, and I'm saying no financial institution
will do that.
To the extent that the World Bank, when we're doing Sankofa, IFC, which is the investment wings
of the World
Bank of 5 branches, IBAD, IFC, I think Mega. Mega for Kranema insurance, which means there's a yentimentria. They'll go and take that insurance, they'll draw down on it. I think it's Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency. That's Mega. So we walk away and insist at various meetings. Say Tico is old, TAPCO is old. Until we need early power, AXA and car power to be a ready off-taker, like Ajapa is saying. Other than that, say when Timmy Owepia. So you necessarily need the IPPs to take that fuel, supply the power, ECG sells. If ECG is able to collect, they pay them back. But ECG had a challenge. So we said, look, we need to reform ECG. So let's bring in the private sector player for ECG. And if you agree, when PDS came, the losses reduced significantly. So it was a structured program, a President Mama well thought through comprehensive program to deal with the energy sector. Now I'm to talk about Pasua. What do you do here? Enya juma china.
Obi. Honorable, Edase. Edase pa. Yebesane atwado bi. Ekosiisen sune high asempa 94.7 FM and sana meja mo hono. Office of the Registrar of Companies say omuye meeting of registered professional bodies in Ghana with the Registrar of Companies. And they say once amuye professional body ewo Ghana hano, it's an important meeting. So the 7th of June. The 7th of June 2023, 2 p.m. Ewo Nathan Kwao Auditorium, Closac Building, Ministries Enclave here in Accra. The one somewhere registered professional body, Ghana Bar Association, accountant, pharmacist, you all nurses and midwives. So you have to be part of this very, very, very important meeting. Now the Omo can say more reps are Obian for 2 reps, by MP executive member. We need either the president and the secretary, preferably president and secretary, for this all important meeting. In the Mesremo say Monfamo and Shim. ORC said they are here to serve. The Bomodin 7 June 2023, 2 p.m. Pepepe, and as our all important meeting. Basu ntimuma yenyina ye nhane nso sound so na memfa we so entwem we ye upfront payment policy a GRA ede aba na ekase the Ghana Revenue Authority announces for the information of the general public, especially importers, that with the passage of VAT Amendment Act 2022 Act 1082, all importers who qualify to register for VAT and have failed to do so will from Tuesday, June 6, 2023, be charged an additional 12.5% on the customs value of taxable goods they import. The upfront payment is charged at importation on taxable goods imported in commercial quantities with a value of 200,000 Ghana cedis and above. Kindly note that the upfront payment is not a new tax. It is a compliance tool to encourage persons required to register for VAT to register and file tax returns in order to bring parity in the administration of VAT. An importer who makes the upfront payment may be allowed to recover the amount when they register and file their VAT returns as stated in Act 1082. We therefore entreat all importers who qualify to register for VAT to make arrangements to register at the nearest taxpayer service center to avoid the upfront payment. Kindly contact GRA on this toll-free line 0800 900 110 0800 900 110. Commissioner General Ankasa Ninsa Eshewe as a hashtag our taxes our future in the moment in United Shannon. So UEFA Champions League live. We are on the cups of history, you know, and we are about to witness another amazing encounter. There will be heartbreaks. There will be some very joyous moments. When you say, "Do you be win anybody? Do you be lose also?" Ebisun. That's the narrative, and we are here for it this final season, and it doesn't get any better than the UEFA Champions League. Will it be Pep delivering the first European title to Man City, or will Inter do another Italian job on him? We don't have the answers to these questions, but here's what we know. You can stream the Champions League final live from SuperSport on Showmax Pro from only 75 Ghana cedis. Subscribe at showmax.com. Now, share UEFA Champions League be live. It will be an interesting game, I tell you what. And you know where my biases lie. I wish for Man City to do the treble. We neat chocolate drink. Neat chocolate drink made from Ghana's fine and wholesome cocoa. At the power 250 ml bottle or your 180 ml tetra pack, so you can enjoy it big or small. It's great for all members of the family. Visit a shop near you to get yours, and I know you'd love it. Contact 0531818292. Now only one team in income 0531818292. Na omomwa opedan atwa me patcho me kan for Adom City Estate amount. It's an award-winning real estate company. They offer you quality and affordable houses in gated communities located in Tema Community 25. Omobi o mataheko ene bi nso wakaswa. You know, it is a open data currently on sale. Your 2 bedrooms, detached and semi-detached. Your 3 bedrooms, detached, semi-detached. Your 3 bedrooms, executive detached. With a starting price of 300,000 Ghana cedis. Isn't it? 300,000 Ghana cedis. We are rent. Oh, wow, there. It's built to perfection, offering comfort, convenience, and style. Your gated communities know about several social amenities, amount security 24/7, amount luxury, you know, at fantastically low prices. Your water connectivity, your electricity connectivity, your community-based schools for your kids, your community police station, your tarred road network within the estate. In the Adom City, there, 0308 250 068 0308 250 068 or call send a mail info@adomcityestate.com. Your website adomcityestate.com. Now only one so to me Eddie and common on share and wow papa. Now CBG so the controller loans na about if you're a government worker na would see me now open quick access to financial assistance at very, very competitive interest rates. Look no further than CBG. They are offering you access to loans up to 250,000 Ghana cedis, and you have up to 72 months repayment period. Unbelievable, isn't it? In the amount 250,000 Ghana cedis, the amount 72 months now the tier. Unyane baby, I just CBG. It is CBG controller loans. No, just walk into any of CBG's 114 branches nationwide, or contact us on 0302 216 000. Now, yebema loan, we know interest rate no form. Once our control, Juma OJ Waketri control and quad dear, you have access to this loan. It's an amazing package. In fact, 72 months to pay back. Wow. You can send us a mail as well, info@cbg.com.gh. Visit CBG on all our social media handles, and for all the terms and conditions, CBG, we stand with you. Na Access Bank achade ekese promotion maka ho asema kyerema very simple. Unim say Access Bank says will be send you from money. Now, all the platforms say I'm able to Access Africa, Western Union, MoneyGram, RIA, ZPay, UnityLink, and ExpressPay. So you can be direct into your Access Bank account, and that's a mobile money wallet or over the counter with Makwakoji. You know, and Access Bank, once as a car, they send on air 500 Ghana cedis and above. 500 Ghana cedis and above in quad dear. ye chewade we instant, no draw, no raffles. Ye chewade instant. Then ye say Access Bank achade nkwa promo. You know. Enti odo hu shemwa, you can win, and win. You my ye chene doso. And go out there and catch the unu anu me wa man. So I'm this scam man, we mon fan for Access Bank platforms here. So Access Africa, Western Union, MoneyGram, RIA, ZPay, UnityLink, ExpressPay. Now en hit to Access Bank account and I say mobile money wallet and I say over the counter kwanekwa ju sikani enche branded Access Bank paraphernalia, mobile phone credit and a host of other stuff. Access Bank with 53 branches nationwide. Weekdays ye some selected branches ye Saturdays. For all your remittance transactions, no, for any Access Bank, it's your #1 remittance bank. Access Bank, more than banking. You don't know who she more on bebo pa na bibia etimi akoye. Ekosiisen suni ehaya asempa 94.7 FM. Enti bomode na one yen entna nyame yadomo a ochina se de medical aka no was say meji break kakra na me kwaje ma home. In my absence no Oman Hene Kwabena Sante would hold the fort, supported by my very good colleague Ekwia Boachewa. Yeah, the production team will be here. Dominic Isiaboa, Nana Chumberema, Jackson Osei Ntiamwa, KZ Awusu, and all of them. They will be here to help bring you the show as exciting as ever. And you'll not lose out on anything. The Ekosiisen you've enjoyed, no, will still be the Ekosiisen. We will be good afternoon. Kindly dedicate today's show to my lovely daughter who turns 3 years today, Mami Efia Sifa Abrefiam Ponsa. Mami Efia Sifa Abrefiam Ponsa, from your grandparents and the entire family. Your favorite song, Buga One. Nam Ponsa Bidi Akoba, and you're more pen. Wow. The competence of Dr. Opoku Prempenapo and his team at the Energy Ministry is unparalleled, and I know they will restructure and renegotiate the remaining Mahames Kotobe Kumba take-or-pay contract. They signed most of these contracts just to create loot and share. Brian Boabin Samuel Ewo Awoshi. Happy birthday to Benjamin Edu, aka Baggio, PA to the Greater Accra Regional Secretary of the NPP. Greater Accra Regional Secretary. Ni PA ni panche no wenya PA asemo na menwume anadwen say emo. Wow, okay. And my main fan for her na menhwe say menya nwum wo ha Ekosiisen na ha asempa 94.7 FM